Alright, Shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect. All the brothers across the four corners surrendering in truth and in sincerity, and the women and children who follow. So, as you can see right now, I have a picture of a hedge, and this is representing the hedge of protection that the Most High has around his people. Not really, not to say his people at this moment, more saying the elect, okay? The men and the women who are following the Most High in truth and in sincerity. And what a hedge is, as you can see, you can't get over it, you can't get around it, you can't go through it. That's what that hedge of protection is standing for. So, but it's not that simple, okay? Because you can see this hedge of protection, the hedge of protection that the Most High offers. Okay, it takes faith to understand that, which we know faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So while we're hoping for protection similar to, these hedges right here, we're not able to see those physical hedges. It's a spiritual hedge, so to speak. So, like I said, it takes a great amount of faith to recognize that, we do have these protections. Now, we're not protected from, Deuteronomy 28 and the curses and everything that we're supposed to go through in this place. Who's like you? But to a certain extent, we do have that hedge of protection around us. Okay, we have the angels encamped about us, protecting us. We have that so-called guardian angel who will whisper in your ear, letting you know, hey, don't do this, do that. Don't go that way, go this way. And you do have to be in tune with the spirit to recognize when your guardian angel is trying to tell you something, when that message is trying to come through. So with that being said, fuck you. Let's get into these scriptures. And first thing we're gonna do, of course, we're gonna go to Job with the hedge of protection, and we're also gonna get some examples. So this is Job chapter 1. I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, "Now there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down it. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Do Job fear the Most High for naught? Has not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he have on every side, that thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land? But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. It says, and the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. So the Most High can have a hedge about you so strong that Satan can't touch you at all. That's what he had with Job. That's why Job was so prosperous, because it says that he was an upright man, perfect, an upright man, he feareth the Most High, and he escheweth all evil. And the Most High protected him. He had that hedge about him so that Satan couldn't get to him. Now, like I said, we're in Babylon, where, coming to the end of our punishment, but we are still in the punishment. So, yes, Satan can, get to us. He can, for the lack of a better term, fuck up your day, mess up your month or your week or, your year even. But that's where faith comes in. Because you have faith in the Most High that He's going to deliver you from that situation. That ultimately He's going to protect you from Satan causing, excessive harm on you. So let's get I got a couple examples that I want to get. Let me see. First example I want to get is and this is kind of a long read, but we're gonna read through them. 2 Kings chapter 6. It says the point's kind of down here, but we just gonna read through it. It says, "And the sons of the prophets said unto Elisha, Behold, now the place where we dwell with thee is too strait for us. Let us go, we pray thee, unto Jordan, and take thence every man a beam, and let us make a place there where we may dwell." And he answered, Go ye. And one said, Be content, I pray thee, and go with thy servants. And he answered, I will go. So he went with them, and when they came to Jordan, they cut down wood. But as one felling the beam, the axe fell into the water, and he cried and said, Alas, master, for it was borrowed. And the man of the Most High said, Where fell it? And he showed him the place, and cut down a stick and cast it thither, and the iron did swim. It says, therefore said he, take it up to thee, and put it out of his hand, and he took it. And the king of Syria warred against Israel, and took counsel of his servants, saying, in such a place shall be my camp. And the man of the Most High sent unto the king of Israel, saying, Beware that thou pass not such a place, for thither the Syrians are come down. And the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of the Most High told him, and warned him of, and saved himself there, not once nor twice. Therefore the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled for this thing. And he called his servants and said unto them, Will ye not show me which of us is for the king of Israel? And one of his servants said, None, my lord, O king, but Elisha the prophet that is in Israel telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber. I know this is kind of lengthy, but y'all roll with me. It says, And he said, Go and spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him. And it was said and it was told him, saying, Behold, he is in Dothan. Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and great hosts, and they came by night and compassed about the city. So this is where we're getting to the point. Okay, so the king of Syria basically sent, legions of soldiers to circle around the city. A hedge, if you would, for comparison's sake. Verse 15. It says, And when the servant of the man of the Most High was risen early and gone forth, behold, a host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, O Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened his eyes, opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire around about Elisha. Okay, so Elisha had faith. He knew what was going on and said, okay, I'm a man of the Lord. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And the king of Syria has his armies compassed about us. All right, they've encircled us. But it's cool because, we got more than them. And there was a whole legion of angels compassed about in the mountain with them. Okay, he said it was full of horses and chariots of fire around about Elisha. So he had faith. And that's why he had to let the other guy know that, hey, look, we've protected. We have that hedge of protection. Okay? And that's the same faith that we have to have in these days. Fuck it. That the Most High is going to come back with his son in the chariots, and it's going to do that same thing to this place, America. It's going to be great, marvelous works done in this place. Similar to this, and similar to the next story that I'm going to get. Slucky. So the next story I'm going to get is actually from 2nd Maccabees, the 5th chapter. It says, verse 1, about the same time Antiochus prepared his second voyage into Egypt, and then it happened that all through the city for the space of almost 40 days they were seen horsemen running in the air, in cloth of gold, and armed with lances, and like a band of soldiers, and troops of horsemen in array, encountering and running one against another, with shaking of shields, and multitudes of pikes, and a drawing of swords, and casting of darts, and of glittering golden ornaments, and harness of all sorts. Wherefore every man prayed that the apparition might turn to good. So they were getting messed up in Egypt by the angels for 40 days. Who else is horsemen running in the air? And these is ancient times. It's not talking about a plane. Okay, it's not talking about an actual horseman. It's talking about the chariots. And it's talking about actual, angels, getting down. Keep in mind, 2 chapters previous to this, Heliodorus got messed up by the apparition. Almost beat to death. So these are just examples of the hedge of protection that we have, with us. And that we should keep the faith until the end, because this is going to become the norm. This is what we're going to see in that day. I can't say the norm, because it's going to be normal to us, but it's not going to be normal to everybody else. This is what we look forward to. This is where we put our faith. This is what we long to see. What we endure to see. Okay, and it's going to happen. We just got to be patient. And it says that this is the patience and the faith of the saints. We just have to be patient and bide our time, because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai did not forsake his seed. Okay, he did not forsake Israel. So with that being said, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Shem Karkadash. Their honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the 4 corners who are enduring in truth and in sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Shalom.